The journey of the chosen ones unfolds as a unique path deeply intertwined with the presence of something greater, something that transcends the visible and the tangible. Each step taken by the chosen feels guided by a mysterious force that keeps them steadfast, even in the face of injustices and trials. It's as if the universe or a divine presence is silently aware of every pain, every struggle, and every moment when trust seems to waver. This journey feels like an intimate call, almost imperceptible to the world around, yet deafening to those with open hearts and spirits to listen. The chosen ones encounter adversities along their path that seem crafted with unsettling precision. These obstacles do not arise by chance. They come as fragments of a lesson that challenges both mind and spirit, but also strengthens. Amidst these moments, a sense of injustice may emerge. After all, why do some bear burdens that seem beyond their strength? But for those with a deep connection to the divine essence, trust is reborn continually. It is this faith, this feeling that there is a purpose giving meaning to suffering, that sustains the soul of the chosen one. When life seems to plunge into challenges, and the manipulation of truths casts a shadow threatening to obscure the way, the strength to trust in the unseen becomes vital. For while human vision is limited, the universe never ceases to see the truth. The truth then transforms into a constant whisper in the lives of the chosen ones. A reminder that their journey is not solitary and that every pain is observed and embraced by a presence that does not err, that does not abandon, and that, above all, understands the depth of each trial. It is this presence that brings meaning to the journey, a meaning that transcends reason and soothes the soul. For the chosen, the quest for answers to their trials is not centered on rational or logical understanding but on a sincere surrender to the divine essence that accompanies them. Trust in this higher force, often incomprehensible and hidden, is the true light illuminating the path when shadows loom. And it is precisely this trust that grants the chosen one's resilience beyond what appears. For when the heart fills with faith, when the soul anchors itself in the divine presence, all suffering transforms into a passage towards something greater. Thus, the journey of the chosen is not just any path. It is a sacred crossing that echoes the courage and unconditional love residing in the depths of their being. To be a chosen one transcends common understanding, for the meaning of their purpose is not restricted to the individual or the superficial. Each chosen one carries a mission that goes beyond personal desires, a mission intertwined with collective transformation and elevation. It is as if a sacred spark resides in their heart, guiding them to be a channel of light in a world filled with shadows and uncertainties. This purpose is an internal call that cannot be denied or ignored, for when attempting to avoid it, the chosen one finds that the restlessness within only grows. Those with this mission feel within their essence a force compelling them to see life from a broader perspective, where ego and self-interest become small in the face of the vastness of what they are destined to accomplish. Their greater purpose is not a choice, it is a summons. And by accepting this call, the chosen one realizes that their existence gains an unparalleled depth, a connection with the sacred that nourishes their inner strength and resilience. In moments of weakness, when the road seems arduous and the weight of their mission threatens to crush them, the chosen one finds solace in the certainty that they are part of something infinitely greater, something that transcends time and space. The greater purpose of the chosen requires from them a courage not easily found, a determination to move forward even when the path is desolate. They are the bearers of a light that often unsettles those who prefer the shadows, a light that awakens resistance and, at times, hostility. Yet the chosen one understands that the light they carry is not their own but is borrowed from a divine source, and that it is their duty to share it with the world. Each act of kindness, each gesture of understanding, and each word of hope they plant becomes a seed of transformation. And it is this mission that, even under the weight of difficulties, keeps the spirits of the chosen ones uplifted. For they know that their pain and struggles are also the pain and struggles of many. Their journey is, in a way, a reflection of humanity's journey as a whole. By being chosen, they become beacons, guides for those still lost in the darkness. They embody the promise that, no matter how long and difficult the road, there exists a greater purpose, a higher truth that connects them to something unbreakable and eternal. It is this understanding that allows the chosen to keep moving forward, knowing that in their mission, they are touching and transforming the world around them in a silent yet profound way. Throughout their journey, the chosen inevitably encounter those who attempt to manipulate truth and distort facts. These manipulators often appear as people close to them who, for various reasons, try to rewrite narratives to their own benefit, influencing others' opinions and projecting a false image of themselves. It is a complex dynamic, as the chosen ones, guided by compassion and sensitivity, may initially hesitate to confront these distortions. However, they must understand that manipulation is part of the challenges imposed on them, and that facing this reality without allowing it to wound their heart is an essential lesson on their path. The chosen must remain steadfast, unshaken in the face of manipulation that surrounds them. This requires an inner strength beyond the understanding of common human emotions, for attempts to distort the truth can wound deeply. However, the essence of the chosen one is not so easily disturbed. Within them exists a silent confidence, an awareness that truth is like sunlight. It can be temporarily obscured but always finds its way to shine. Truth thus becomes a constant, invisible presence, always vigilant, waiting for the right moment to emerge and dissipate the shadows of lies and deceit. The challenge then lies in resisting without falling into resentment or the need for revenge. Over time, the chosen ones learn that others' manipulation is a desperate attempt to control what is beyond their reach. They realize that instead of fighting the manipulator with weapons of conflict, the true response is serenity and confidence in their own integrity. The truth, no matter how covered it may be, is eternal, and those who know it within themselves need not prove their worth to the world. The chosen find strength in understanding that the universe, or divine presence, will always see hidden intentions, and it is not for them to judge or correct others' mistakes. Amidst attempts at manipulation, the chosen one remains true to themselves, sustaining their inner energy without being consumed by what they cannot control. They know their role is to remain whole, for their strength does not lie in external approval but in the depth of what they carry within. In every situation where they confront manipulation, the chosen delves even deeper into their self-knowledge, reinforcing their connection to their mission and remembering they are not vulnerable to human schemes, for their truth is upheld by something far greater. For the chosen, divine presence is not a distant or abstract idea but an intimate and constant reality, a force that witnesses and protects. This presence observes every action, every intention, and every gesture of those who cross the chosen's path, whether in help or in harm. Nothing escapes the divine gaze. Amidst difficulties, the chosen find comfort in knowing that this invisible force is not deceived by appearances and sees beyond masks and disguises. It is this divine presence that grants the chosen a sense of protection, even when the winds of trials blow fiercely. It is not a visible protection but one they feel deep within, as if something greater is saying, "You are not alone. I see, I know, and I am here." This feeling is not of escape or isolation, but of a deep connection with something that, however unknown, is familiar and comforting. The chosen intuitively know that this presence is unshakable, a force that is never deceived by mistakes or lies. Many of those who try to harm the chosen believe, wrongly, that they can manipulate circumstances to hide their intentions. However, this divine presence is not deceived by shadows. On the contrary, it acts subtly and lovingly, revealing truth and protecting those who walk with pure hearts. The chosen one, in moments of despair, may feel vulnerable but soon realizes there is something guarding their integrity, guiding them on safe paths, and steering them away from dangers that could derail them from their mission. For the chosen, this divine protection is not a privilege. It is a reflection of their surrender and commitment to truth. This presence does not choose favorites but remains close to those who choose to live aligned with a higher purpose. And as the chosen recognize this connection, they learn to trust completely, surrendering their anxieties and pains to this force that invisibly accompanies them. The chosen's security is not based on the absence of conflict or immunity from suffering but on the certainty that, amidst shadows and challenges, they will always be supported and protected by something that never fails. The law of return operates quietly yet relentlessly, bringing balance to everything that occurs in the universe. For the chosen ones, this law is an inescapable truth, a guarantee that every action, thought, and intention generates a corresponding reaction. There is no need to seek revenge or harbor resentment against those who have tried to harm them, for the universe itself takes care of restoring justice in a subtle yet effective way. The chosen one understands that the energies we emit, whether of love or pain, inevitably return to us. This understanding allows them to accept the injustices that arise on their path with deep serenity, knowing that what is true and just will be restored without needing to lift a finger. By living with this trust in the law of return, the chosen one can release the weight of resentment, recognizing that the universe has an order that regulates the consequences of human actions. Instead of being consumed by feelings of vengeance, the chosen one focuses on what truly matters: their spiritual evolution and inner peace. They understand that by sowing goodness, truth, and compassion, they are planting seeds that will bear fruit along their journey. The law of return is a constant reminder to the chosen one that the path of light and integrity will always be rewarded, while actions driven by dishonesty and selfishness will bring their own consequences. Thus, the chosen one can walk in peace, certain that the universe is vigilant and that justice, though it may take time, will always be served. They learn to trust that the balance of life is never lost and that truth, even when suppressed, will one day be revealed. This understanding allows them to move forward without clinging to what is fleeting, without straying from their path due to injustices. The law of return becomes not only a promise of justice but an invitation for the chosen one to live with purpose, knowing that each of their actions reverberates throughout the universe and that, by living in alignment with their mission, they are always protected and guided by this immutable force. The journey of the chosen ones is also an inner journey of transformation, a profound metamorphosis revealed with every challenge faced. For them, experiences of pain, betrayal, and loss are not mere obstacles but growth opportunities that deepen their self-knowledge and strengthen their spirit. Each difficulty emerges as a chance to look at themselves honestly, to strip away illusions, and to understand their vulnerabilities, weaknesses, and strengths. The transformation that occurs within the chosen ones is neither immediate nor superficial. It is slow and profound, like a stone being patiently polished to reveal its true essence. With each disappointment and disillusionment, the chosen one is led to reflect, to question, and to seek answers within themselves that the outside world cannot provide. They understand that challenges are silent teachers, imparting lessons of resilience, courage, and humility. Instead of becoming hardened by difficulties, the chosen one becomes more flexible and compassionate, both towards themselves and others. This process of transformation is, in many ways, a rebirth. The chosen one dies to old ways of thinking and being, freeing themselves from the limitations of ego and pride. Pain becomes a portal that leads them to a new understanding of themselves and the world, and suffering purifies them, bringing them closer to their purpose. Each challenge is an essential piece of the puzzle of their spiritual evolution, and by facing them with courage and honesty, the chosen one becomes increasingly aligned with the divine essence within. This inner transformation is a reflection of the wisdom they cultivate, a wisdom that guides them toward a more authentic and integral existence. At the end of each painful experience, the chosen one emerges stronger, wiser, and more aware of their role in the world. They understand that as they transform, they are not only growing for themselves but preparing to inspire and illuminate the paths of those who observe them. Their inner transformation becomes a source of light that transcends the individual, radiating hope and strength to all around them, and this light becomes a beacon that guides many. The journey of the chosen ones, marked by intensity and depth, often leads them to experience a unique loneliness. It is a solitude not born from a lack of people but from a constant sense of incomprehension along their path. As they pursue their purpose, the chosen ones confront the reality that not everyone around them shares their vision, nor does everyone understand their mission or the depth of their emotions. However, this loneliness is not a punishment. It is, in fact, an essential part of their awakening. In the quiet of solitude, the chosen one learns to turn inward, finding a place of peace that depends on nothing external. They discover that true peace is not something the world can give or take away but a state that blossoms when they are aligned with themselves and with the divine purpose guiding them. This solitude teaches them to look within, to confront their own shadows, to embrace their vulnerability, and to accept their essence with love. This encounter with inner peace is a silent yet profound reward for the chosen one. The peace they find is not fleeting or temporary. It is a deep serenity that remains even amid storms and challenges. By finding this peace, the chosen one realizes they do not need external validation or the understanding of others to move forward. They are self-sufficient and in harmony with the universe, accepting both moments of light and shadow, knowing that both are part of their journey. Solitude, therefore, ceases to be seen as a burden and becomes a gateway to freedom and self-knowledge. It prepares them to be a channel of peace for the world, a calm presence that radiates tranquility and assurance. By embracing this inner peace, the chosen ones become sources of stability for others, inspiring those still searching for answers externally. By understanding that true peace is an internal achievement, the chosen one continues their journey lightly, knowing that wherever they go, they carry this unwavering serenity with them throughout life. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful forces in the journey of the chosen ones, a key that allows them to release the weight of the past and move forward lightly. For them, forgiveness does not mean ignoring or forgetting what happened but a profound act of liberation, releasing the emotional bonds that tie them to pain and betrayal. In forgiving, the chosen one chooses not to carry the burden of hurt and resentment, understanding that these emotions, when nourished, only poison the heart and divert them from their greater purpose. This process of forgiveness is often an inner struggle, a confrontation with pride and ego, which insist on keeping wounds open. But the chosen one, with their sensitivity and wisdom, recognizes that forgiveness is the key to freedom. They realize that by letting go of the past, they are also freeing themselves from their own limitations, creating space for spiritual growth. Forgiveness is like cutting invisible ties that bind them to situations and people that have already served their role in their life, allowing their soul to move forward lighter and more at peace. For the chosen one, forgiveness is a practice of self-compassion. By releasing hurt, they allow themselves to be free and whole, recognizing that each experience, no matter how painful, brought an invaluable lesson. They learn that forgiveness is an expression of self-love, a respectful act toward their journey, for in forgiving they stop giving power to the past and reconnect with their inner strength. By mastering the art of forgiveness, the chosen one becomes an inspiration to others. Their attitude of detachment and compassion demonstrates that even the deepest wounds can be overcome without leaving bitter marks on the soul. Forgiveness transforms the chosen one, making them more resilient and prepared to live according to their purpose. They move forward, understanding that by forgiving, they not only free the other person but, above all, free themselves. The spiritual elevation of the chosen ones is a continuous process, a path where each experience contributes to the refinement of their essence and the expansion of their consciousness. This growth is not only personal, it becomes a legacy that inspires and guides others. Each trial overcome, each act of compassion, and each moment of learning strengthens the spirit of the chosen ones, preparing them to take on a role of spiritual leadership in the world, even if silently. For the chosen ones, true victory does not lie in material achievements or external approval but in the inner peace that comes from living in alignment with the highest principles. It is this spiritual elevation that makes them beacons for those still seeking truth and serenity in a world marked by turmoil. They understand that their mission is to be examples of resilience and wisdom, and that by staying true to their purpose, they contribute to collective transformation. This process of elevation is often lonely and challenging, yet it is also the source of peace that transcends common understanding. As they grow spiritually, the chosen one finds a profound serenity that accompanies them regardless of external circumstances. They become immune to the world's pressures and illusions because their strength lies in the eternal, in what cannot be shaken. Thus, they walk with a lightness that inspires those around them, showing that true freedom and happiness are the fruits of a sincere connection with the sacred. In their elevation, the chosen one understands they are merely a channel, an extension of something greater manifesting through their actions and words. Their presence then becomes a reminder to others that there is a path of peace and integrity, and that everyone can find it by looking within themselves. Spiritual elevation is the natural destiny of the chosen one, and it is the most significant reward of their journey. It is at once their achievement and their gift to the world, a legacy of light and hope for those still awakening to their own journey. The journey of the chosen ones is continuous, a path that never truly ends, for with each obstacle and each victory, they come closer to the essence of their purpose and their own soul. As they look back, the chosen see that each experience was an essential stage, each challenge a necessary lesson for their evolution. Life becomes a flow of learning where every new step invites them to deepen their faith and rediscover the meaning of their mission in the world. They continue knowing that challenges will not cease, but now understanding that each difficulty is also an opportunity for strengthening and renewal. This perspective transforms the weight of burdens into enriching experiences, and the once arduous journey reveals itself as a constant invitation to self-knowledge and connection with the sacred. The faith of the chosen ones becomes unbreakable, a serene force that supports them even in the darkest moments. By sharing their light, wisdom, and resilience, The chosen ones become sources of inspiration for others, showing that true growth is not in the absence of challenges but in the ability to transform each one into a step toward fulfillment. They understand that each soul crossing their path is also part of their mission and that by helping others elevate, they are also fulfilling their destiny. Thus, the journey of the chosen ones perpetuates itself, not as a burden but as an expression of the love and courage dwelling in their hearts. They know that, no matter how distant the end may seem, each step is a step closer to their truth and that the path itself is the greatest reward. With this certainty, the chosen ones continue, keeping the flame of their purpose alive, inspiring all around them to seek their own truths and discover the meaning of their journeys. If this message touched your heart, like the video, share it with those who may need this reflection, and subscribe to the channel for more content on spirituality, purpose, and self-knowledge. May we all continue awakening and walking together on this journey of light.